Hello everyone. Welcome back to Make Me Unusual, and if you are new here, thank you for joining us, and if you are not new here, thank you for coming back. Now today it is the end of the year. We're wrapping up 2021, moving on to 2022, and I'm hopeful. I'm always hopeful for the new year, but you know, we've been through a lot. So, you know, we've been through a lot. It's been quite the year, quite the years. But you know, everywhere you go, whether it be the internet or the TV or the news, it's all talking about the same thing. So we're gonna talk about something different. Today, we are going to be talking about my top, well, these aren't my top 10, but these are the 10 most used fragrances of mine for the year 2021. So if you're interested in seeing what I had been loving this year, then stay tuned.
So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say.
All right. I don't know if it's an anxiety in me or what, but taking all of the fragrances out of their homes and putting them in this box here so that I can show them to you took me a couple minutes to overcome. Like, I really didn't want to move them. I was so afraid that I wouldn't remember where they went that I took pictures when I could just put them wherever, but you know, something wasn't sitting with me, so I took pictures of all of the positions so that I could put them back, and that is how I convinced myself to put them in this box so I could make this video. Anyways, so these are just the 10 most used fragrances, so with the biggest dents basically, but I'm not going to do this in any order. I will be doing a video of my top 5 fragrances of this year, which was hard for me to decipher because technically it's top 7 because I really couldn't cut it down to 5. So I will be doing that video, but this video is just what I've used the most. So the first one is Dolce Garden. For these fragrances, or for this video today, I'm not going to be speaking on all of the notes. I will put them here, but I'm just going to talk about like the fragrance and how I use it this year. So Dolce Garden is a coconut scent, and it is one of my favorite coconut scents. It kind of has a shampooiness to it, but it is quite like a thick, heavy, like dense coconut, although the actual scent of the coconut is more like coconut water. So it's very interesting how they made this, because it's a coconut water kind of note, however it's still dense and creamy like coconut milk. I loved this fragrance all through the summer. You can see there the dent on it. I bought this year. Most of these fragrances I bought this year, and I wore it basically all through the summer. I took it to the beach with me and everything, and it has a great lasting power on it. Decent projection, actually really good projection. Come to think of it, really good projection. I think that's what made me notice this perfume the most, is that I sprayed it on myself not thinking much of it, and I just kept getting some like wafts of it during the day, and yeah, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, although it's a coconut fragrance, but it really turned out to be one of my favorite coconuts this year. So yeah, that is Dolce Garden. I've tried Dolce Shine. I decluttered that. It was kind of just like a nondescript fruity fragrance. So out of the Dolce line and what I have tried, this I highly recommend if you like coconut. All right, Olympia Intense. Now, first of all, the bottle is freaking gorgeous. So is the juice. I love that everything coordinates and it's all like monochromatic. I love this. This is a deep ambery fragrance. I remember trying both Olympia and Olympia Intense at the same time, and Olympia won hands down. Olympia Intense won hands down. I do like Olympia, but I 100% prefer Olympia Intense. And if I can only have one of them, it is going to be Olympia Intense. It's such a simple noted fragrance. It's basically, I think it's amber, salt, and one other note. It is so good. It's so comforting. If you like amber as a fragrance, like this you must have. This is a must have if you like amber as a fragrance. And the dent that I put in this was almost immediately after I purchased this. I wore this perfume every day for like 2 weeks straight, which I don't do usually because, especially earlier in the year, I was buying multiple perfumes at a time. So to even single out one perfume and wear it for 2 weeks straight is hard to do because I would have had other fragrances to be testing and trying, and I just kept gravitating towards this. Now I have slowed down on using this, but it doesn't take away from how special it is to me. I really do like this scent. The dent is warranted. I did this like as soon as I purchased it. So that is Olympia Intense, and it has great projection, great longevity. I can wear this to bed, wake up in the morning, and I still smell it without having to like go to my hand and smell it. Like it's still very much present. So it's a very good, long-lasting scent. I mean, the notes have hang time. The notes that are in this fragrance are known to have hang time. So yeah, great perfume. Out of the Olympias that I have tried, this is my favorite and is the only Olympia that I do have. So Olympia Intense. This one breaks my heart because it's being discontinued, but this is Fiori by Giorgio Armani, and if you want to smell like a fluffy cloud cotton candy fairy princess, this is the perfume for you. If you ooze feminine quality, if you are girly, if you have a girly side to you, if you just want to feel like pretty, this is such a good feminine fragrance. And it's just very much so that it's like a light fluffy cotton candy kind of cloud, but it's still sophisticated, which is so weird because cotton candy, you don't think of sophistication, but it's like there's blackberry, I think, that is in there. I'm wearing a fake nose ring to smell fragrances, but you know. This is one of my favorite fragrances. You can't actually see the dent in this, but I was wearing this all the time during the summer. It's got this airy, fluffy, but also thick and dense quality to it, which is like strange. But because of that, you can wear it like all year round, really. I don't know why they're discontinuing this. This is one of the best fragrances I think I've smelled so far in my fragrance journey. This, like, I've had this for basically the year, and it is still one of my favorites. I don't think anybody is dethroning this anytime soon, but because it's being discontinued, it might get dethroned. This is the big bottle, or the medium bottle. I think this is the 50 ml. I'm really sad that this is being discontinued. It is such a good scent. Please get it while you can. But yeah, that is Fiori. This is Scandal by Night. Now I took a chunk out of this. I was wearing this at night for like a month after I purchased this. I really like this. If we were going out, if the world wasn't on fire, this would be my going out scent. I would wear this everywhere. It's just this like dense but rich dark honey. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with honeys, but obviously honeys have a spectrum. They come from, like, depending on what flower. The pollen is from will change the texture and the richness and the color of the honey, and that is how I think of the Scandal fragrances. So they're all from, like, they're honeys from different flowers, but this is a nice dark. This to me is like a buckwheat honey. I don't know if you've ever had buckwheat honey, but it's still sweet. Obviously it's a honey, but it's got this like earthy woody background to it because it's buckwheat. It comes from buckwheat. That is what this reminds me of. It's just got this deep, like, primalness to it, this sexiness to it. This perfume, I spray this and I feel some type of way. Like, I'm feeling myself. If I ever need a pick-me-up, or if my self-esteem is not quite there, or if I need my self-esteem to be there, I need that confidence boost. This is one of my favorite scents for that. This just makes me feel like that bitch. It is so sexy. It just oozes boss vibes. It oozes feminine quality. This is, I highly recommend females or anybody that wants to feel that way. I highly recommend this scent. So this is Scandal by Night. This is another bottle that you can't see through, but I have this. So this is, this is Dolce Gabbana, the only one intense. And the only way you know that is because it's in the black bottle instead of the clear bottle. Actually, I have both here. So this is the only one. This is the original, and this is the intense. Now, you can't see through this bottle. However, I have both of these, and this one is lighter than this one. It's kind of how I know that there's quite a bit of dent in this. Plus, I was wearing this non-stop when I got it. But if you don't know, I like coconut scents. So it stands to reason why I would enjoy this fragrance. Now, I'm weird and I need to have a coconut for like every occasion. So this was my nighttime coconut. The orange blossom in this is so good. It's so sweet. If you like Killian's Love Don't Be Shy or Parfums de Marly Oriana, this gives the same vibe. It's in the same fragrance family, probably because of the orange blossom, but this has coconut in it. This is so good. It is such a sweet, but it's not like cloyingly sweet. It doesn't get too thick and syrupy. It still has a base to it to keep it grounded, but it's basically just a coconut orange blossom fragrance. If you like Orange Blossom tuberose scents, then you will love this. If you don't like Orange Blossom, I would stay away from this because it's very much an Orange Blossom scent. But yeah, that is the Only One Intense. Do I think it smells like the Only One? No. However, I do think they do complement each other. So you can wear one in the day and one in the evening. I do, however, think they're on the same playing field in terms of like what time of the day to wear them. You can wear both of them during the day. I prefer to wear them in the evening, but yeah, I think they do play off well with each other, but they are quite different fragrances. So that is the Only One Intense. Kilian, After Sunset. Now, after I finally got my hands on this, I wore it for like a month straight. During the day, this is very much a daytime scent. I wouldn't like, you can wear it in the evening, but it's such a fun, fruity, like playful scent. I know it's called After Sunset. It's intended to wear in the evening, and you can wear it in the evening, but I wore this during the day. It just makes me happy. It smells very much like lychee, which makes me happy. If you don't like the scent of lychee, do not get this scent. If you don't like the scent of lychee, do not get this scent. This is a literal lychee. That's all I can say to describe it. It pretty much is what it smells like. It's just lychee. But it has a deepness to it in where you can wear it in the evening. I don't know if like the dead of night is the place for this, but after sunset, so in the evenings, during the day, during the summer especially, this is a great scent. So you can't see obviously the chunk in it, but like as soon as I got this, I went ham. This is the 100 milliliter, so there's significantly more juice left in this than the other ones that I have, because this is one of the only 100 milliliter fragrances I have. But yeah, I am obsessed with this fragrance. I am so happy that I have it, and I should use it. Well, use your fragrances. It's just sad that I won't be able to repurchase this when it's done, but yeah, that is Kilian. Fun things always happen after sunset. A fragrance that I didn't think I was going to love so much, but I ended up wearing this to bed a lot, and this is why I got so much wear. But this is Zadig and Voltaire. This is Her. Now this is a lactonic, kind of creamy, fluffy fragrance, and pretty much I bought Philosophy Fresh Cream, and what I wanted Philosophy Fresh Cream to be is what This Is Her ended up being. Philosophy Fresh Cream, that lactonic note did not sit well with my chemistry at all, and it ended up smelling like baby throw up. I don't know if you've ever been with a baby that has acid reflux and drinks Similac formula. That's specifically what it smells like, because my godson used to be on Similac formula and he had acid reflux, and that's what his throw up smelled like. That is what Fresh Cream by Philosophy smelled like. So I had to get rid of that. But this ended up being what I was hoping Fresh Cream was going to smell like, and that is pretty much what this smells like. Fresh Cream. It's just like a creamy, lactonic, like fresh scent, kind of just like a fresh out the shower type scent. But it's just creamy and comforting, and I loved wearing this to bed, so this is why there's quite a dent on it. I did have to spray this quite heavily, but aside from that, it did have decent lasting power after spraying it heavily, and I liked it for the purpose that I've been using it. It's not something I would necessarily wear just like out and about. I certainly wouldn't wear this in the heat, I don't think. But for bed, in the house, after a shower, that is my preference for this fragrance. Really, really nice, kind of simple. My mom would come and spray this. But yeah, I think it's a very nice, straightforward, kind of lactonic, but easygoing kind of lactonic fragrance. So that is Zadig and Voltaire. This is her. Now, it may not seem like it because, well, this bottle looks full. This is Valentino Donna Born in Roma. Now, there is a decent dent in this, but the dent that actually I'm referring to is the travel size that I purchased of this. So before I bought the full size, or this is the 30 ml, before I bought the 30 ml, I bought the travel size, and I basically finished it. So that's saying a lot. That's like 10 milliliters of fragrance. I basically finished it because I loved it so much. I was traveling with it. Now, not that I was going anywhere. I was traveling to my boyfriend's house because we don't live in the same house. So anytime I would go over there, I would spend like 3 to 5 days there straight. I would bring a fragrance with me, and this is the fragrance, or one of the fragrances that I would bring with me, and I basically finished the bottle. So with that being said, I knew I had to purchase this. So I purchased the full size. Now I have cracked this open, and I have used quite a bit, but this dent doesn't reflect how much I've actually used this fragrance, because the travel size is where that dent really is. So yeah, this is a very, I really like this fragrance, which is funny because when I first got it, I did not blink twice towards this fragrance. I remember smelling this and being like, oh, okay, like it wasn't anything. It didn't scream at me. I tried it once, I was like, yeah, all right. I put it down for 2 weeks. When I came back to it, I could not stop it. And it's funny because this is a jasmine based fragrance, and I don't love jasmine. I'm one of those people where jasmine can pull indolic, so jasmine quite scares me a little bit, but this is really good. It is such a sweet white floral fragrance. It's easygoing, it's easy to wear, but it's so pretty. Like, it's a pretty scent. I loved wearing this during the day, during the summer. It just made me feel put together, and that is why I love this scent. It makes me feel pretty, put together, womanly, feminine. It's just very simple. Now, are there a ton of scents that are kind of like this? Yeah. But if you just want something that is easy to grab, that makes you you smell good, therefore you feel good, therefore you feel put together, then that is what this scent is. We have 2 more fragrances for the 10. So for number 9, which is insane because I literally just spoke of this fragrance, this is Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. This is one of the last fragrances that I have purchased this year. I didn't like this fragrance at first. I thought it was kind of dated and kind of boring, but I was wrong. I had to wait a minute to really get the beautifulness, or to appreciate this fragrance, because wow, this smells so good. It's like apple cider, but cold, and just a little bit more complex. Like, it's like boozy apple cider. It's such a good apple fragrance. I don't have many apple fragrances. This is a great apple fragrance. I have put quite a dent in this. I have been mixing it with Skylar Fall Cashmere to get a apple pie type fragrance. This reminds me of Killian Apple Brandy. It reminds me of Killian Angel Share. It is such a good fragrance. I don't know why I didn't like it, but it is so good. Like, it's such a nice spiced apple fragrance. It is great for the fall. I think you could wear this. You could wear this in warmer months. Probably not like the heat, like the really hot summer, but this is really good. I take back anything bad I had to say about this fragrance. I put quite a chunk in this already, and this is a 100 ml bottle. I didn't think I'd ever get through this fragrance when I bought it, but I might. I really might. So yeah, if you want something that is nice, fun, playful, kind of fall reminiscent holiday vibes, then Casablanca by Swiss Arabia. The last fragrance that I have here that I have a chunk out of is Roberto Cavalli, and this is the, I think it's La Perfume. I think that's just what it's called. This is one of my favorite vanilla scents. It's like vanilla pear, I think it is. But it's so good. It is such a nice vanilla fragrance with just a bit of fruitiness to give it some complexity to it. It has great lasting power. It's a beautiful sillage, beautiful bottle aside from this trimming at the top. Y'all know how I feel about that. But I didn't think I was gonna like this fragrance as much as I did. It actually took me quite a long time to purchase. There was a lot of hype, but I wasn't sure like why. But I get it. It is well deserved. This fragrance has been around for quite some time, and they have been doing it well since then. There's nothing synthetic about it. It's not screechy. It's still smooth. It's got a nice fruity quality to it with vanilla. It's not like wholly complex, but it is a very pretty, still quite sophisticated scent without being too sophisticated. It's still quite playful. I think a variety of people can wear this. It's just really nice. I just like, it's a really good fragrance. I don't know what else to say about it. But yeah, that is Roberto Cavalli. That brings us to our last fragrance. That is what I had been wearing. That, I guess, is what I have been wearing for 2021. And I mean, I'm not mad at it. I still love every single fragrance I just picked up, and smelling them again and getting to touch them, because some of them I haven't worn over the last couple months, but smelling them again and talking about them and thinking about when I was wearing them, I now want to wear them again. So if you do like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Happy New Year! I want to welcome back to Make Me Unusual. There is a hair in my mouth.